has to be careful himself. He sometimes looks a bit open to right hand. Remember the Vince Phillips fight. Rocking back the head of Stewart. Who knows here, he's not at the Blue Horizon Club in Philadelphia tonight.
Well, Hatton is doing pretty much as he promised. Tonight was going to be a sparkling performance. That's what it's been so far.
Very one-sided so far. And here comes round 3 in this IBF final eliminator. And trying to get in with his body punches. Stewart this time covers up quite well. Just to keep up the pace, the momentum. Stewart won't go away, he's tough. Even when Sharpe Mitchell put him on the floor 3 times, he heard the final bell against that world-class opponent on his last visit to this ring a few months ago. Hatton will look to do a better job than Sharpe Mitchell. Prove a point.
Hatton is not allowing Stewart to get any decent punches off. He's bullying him, just pushing him to the ropes. You can just see the difference in physical strength.
Yeah, Stewart often, even in non-title fights, comes in at 10 stone 2, 10 stone 3. And in the ring tonight, I wouldn't be surprised if Hatton's weighing about 11 stone 2, something like that's what he says he weighs. He'd have put on extra weight even after that renewed check weigh-in this morning, when he was about 10-8, I understand. More left hooks to the body, then a right uppercut.
These are excellent body shots Hatton's throwing. The experience of Stewart, he's managing to catch them on his elbows now, but he's not able to come back with anything. So Hatton can do pretty much as he pleases here, just teeing off on him.
And these body punches surely have got to sicken Stewart before too much longer. He's showing a lot of grit to stay in there at the moment.
He's just getting a little bit too close. He's smothering his own work. He just wants to little half step back, give himself some room. Just look at the target. He's just getting too close to Stewart.
After all those quick wins for Hatton inside 4 rounds, 3 of his last 5 have gone the full 12. He's looking to resume normal service here. Look at this assault. Combination punching the head and body. Totally dominant so far.
I mean, you see the way Hatton can manhandle him and just pulled him around like a rag doll there when the referee said break.
Yes, he looks stronger, doesn't he? And more powerful. And more classy. Left hook to finish him, and a right hand as well, which Stewart kind of walked onto, then wants to hold on for a moment. Difficult phase of Hatton's career while he waits in a kind of vacuum, a kind of twilight zone. Oh, a lovely right cross, cracking shot. He doesn't know where they're coming from at the moment sometimes, I think, and the work rate and intensity of Hatton again here noticeable in these early rounds. Can he sustain this? He might think he should have the job done by now. I'm surprised really that Stewart has withstood this.
Well, he's facing a man who's never been stopped before. He's been with a couple of decent opponents. So, I mean, it's not so bad when you're actually dominating this man. But I still feel he's just getting a little bit too close, and it's not to get the full leverage into the punches.
And he's just letting Stewart, not letting him get into this fight one little bit. There's another left hook. He's going to wake up with horribly sore ribs tomorrow morning, Stewart. Good little left hook back by Stewart, and a body shot back from him as well. He's got a lot of pride about him, this American. Hatton's been guilty of anything. He's just been crowding his own work and getting a bit too close at times.
See, I think in a more competitive fight, Ricky would find the target cleaner. but he's got the other fellow so defensive-minded, he just can't get the clean target.
It's just a survival job for Stewart at the moment. He's just hanging on in there and hoping that somehow late in the fight the storm will blow itself out and he'll be able to come back a bit himself. He does there. Covers up well, Stewart, got his gloves up, blocked that right hand. And again, good defence, so the right uppercut did jolt back the head. How soon before he cracks? Fifth round. I wonder what Leon Tabbs said to Mike Stewart. He's his main trainer, and he was in the corner for Bernard Hopkins in his great win over Oscar De La Hoya a couple of weeks back. Patton resumes the assault at the start of round 5. There's another right hand. There's a danger of taking Hatton for granted a bit. He's been with us for some time doing this kind of thing, but he really is a handful, and I think he would be for anybody, even at the top world level.
Yeah, I think it's pointless keeping Ricky at this level any longer. Yeah. It's time now to move him in with the big boys. I know it's easier said than done, but this is as good as I've seen him for quite some time. He's really firing on all cylinders tonight. It's not competitive. He's having things pretty much the way he wants to have them, but that's because he's so good.
Let's be honest, he was fighting better fighters than this 2.5 years ago. Krivalov, McGee. But the big ones just won't happen for him. And so he does find himself fighting a recent loser in this ring in Mike Stewart. Needs to be fighting the winners. But he has to just get the job done. And he's doing that very, very professionally so far.
I mean, the match was a little bit of a disappointment when it was made because we saw the job champion. Mitchell did on Stewart. But we knew the fight would be better. It's certainly more of a spectacle. But it's still not really a challenge for Ricky Hatton.
He has to keep himself focused on the job, though. Dangerous, he goes off the boil in the fight. It certainly hasn't happened yet, though.
Yeah, and when you're so dominant in a fight, you really should be thinking about enforcing a stoppage. I know Stewart is exceptionally tough, he's never been stopped before, but when you're so dominant, you should really be getting a result, shouldn't you?
Cuts Stewart around again. Doesn't really land cleanly with that little volley of shots. Good blocking from Stewart. He's showing good defensive qualities at times. Blocking, taking a few on the arms, stopping himself